wife wanted an open marriage, but now that she discovers that I fell for someone else, she wants to close it. We got together very early. I was 18 and she was 24, and have been together for 9 years now. Recently, she made friends with a couple who are swingers, and she became very interested in the lifestyle. At first, I was uncomfortable, but then I met the couple and the husband had some long talks with me. He talked to me about jealousy and why it's unhealthy to be jealous if my wife sleeps with someone else. It's just sex and she still loves me. I shouldn't treat her as if she belongs to me, as she can make her own choices and I am one of those choices, and how her having hookups will actually bring us closer and our intimacy will increase as a result. We had these talks multiple times, and my wife had made it clear that she won't go ahead without my yes, but it was abundantly clear that this is something she really wanted to do, so I said yes. When the time came about choosing partners, my wife said she wanted her first time to be with someone she trusted, so that if she didn't want to go all the way, then that person would stop. So, she chose the husband of the couple and asked if I wanted to sleep with the wife, but I wanted it to be a complete stranger, so I declined. They also proposed a foursome with everyone in the same room, but I declined that too, as I was not ready to watch my wife with someone else. So, I got on a dating app and made a profile and got some matches. I met 2 women with whom I had no chemistry, and it didn't go any further than the first date, while my wife slept with the husband on her first time. It was when I met the 3rd woman that I felt an instant connection. I told her everything and she didn't mind. We spent the first date just talking, like we talked for 6 hours and would have talked some more if it wasn't very late in the night already. So, it's been 4 months now and I have been seeing her exclusively and I feel amazing. My wife has also gone on a number of dates during this period, but I don't mind that as much as I always look forward to meeting my other partner. Now, the intimacy between me and my wife has dropped a lot as I am getting all my needs met by my other partner, and this has made my wife insecure. We haven't had sex in the last 3 weeks, but I have been having regular sex with I'm gonna call her girlfriend. She is monogamous to me, and when I asked her if she would ever consider becoming my girlfriend if I was single, then she replied in the affirmative. I told my wife this, and she was very upset and demanded that I cut contact with her immediately, but I refused. I am not stopping her from finding someone else, but I am not going to leave my other partner. My wife, on the other hand, wants to go back to being exclusive, but I can't see that happening now. And it's causing a lot of arguments between us. I am actually making this post from my girlfriend's house, as me and wife had a big fight and I came here to calm down. I would very much appreciate advice on how to proceed in this situation, or if something like this has happened to anyone else. Best comments. There is no going back from this. If you leave girlfriend, you will always think of her and your marriage is always going to suffer because you don't love your wife anymore. It is better to divorce. Once you open Pandora's shitbox, you can't just close it and go back to normal. Your marriage has been irreparably damaged. Even if you both decide to become monogamous again, you will grow to resent each other. I'm not trying to kink shame anybody or judge for how they do their relationships, but if I hear somebody say their partner asked for an open relationship, I automatically assume they met somebody and just want to sleep with them. That, or they aren't satisfied with the current relationship. I just couldn't do it with the person I love. You can call it being selfish or jealous or whatever, but if you're with someone and then bring another person into an originally exclusive relationship, is a recipe for disaster. Update: 14 days after the first post. So, I got a lot of advice on my post, and for that I am really grateful. A lot of you called me out too, regarding crossing of boundaries, and I think you guys were right. I have been thinking a lot in the past 3 days. Perhaps I should have done more thinking when we decided to open our relationship, but that's water under the bridge. Anyways, I have reached 2 conclusions about myself. I am not poly and I have very low self-esteem. The only reason I said yes to the open relationship was because I didn't want to lose my wife. She was my first serious girlfriend and we got married when I was 23. So when the topic of open relationships came up and I realized that my wife is very enthusiastic about the idea, I did the only thing I could to keep her happy and stay married. So I agreed to the open relationship. I have also come to another sad realization about myself. I no longer love my wife as a romantic partner, perhaps not for a long time. That's why my emotions when she went to that guy for the first time was not jealousy but sadness. I had realized that my relationship is over, but I lacked the required self-awareness to actually say something to my wife. And it's the reason why I fell in love with my girlfriend so easily. I was essentially single. I will always care for my wife, but I can't be in a relationship with her any longer. Now, regarding my relationship with my girlfriend, maybe it will last long, or maybe it will fizzle out in the next few months. I know I will land on my feet in either scenario. I will talk to my wife tonight after she comes home about divorce, and I know she will be heartbroken, but I see no other way forward. Even if we go back to being a monogamous couple, we will just be one of those couple who don't love each other but are staying together because it's easier than divorcing. Anyways, I want to thank everyone who took time to give advice to me. It's deeply appreciated. Best comments. What's crazy is I've not seen one mention of the age gap. She was 24 years old skulking around 18-year-old boys, marrying one, and then putting pressure on him to open the relationship. If the genders were reversed, we'd be calling OP a survivor of a mentally abusive relationship and the other person a low-key predator. OP, you are doing the right thing to end it. You're not weak, or a coward, or any bullshit like that. You're coming out of a very difficult time, and you've grown a ton. She was selfish, no doubt, and complicit in the blame. Let's not forget the swinger couple who played little devils on her shoulder just to get into the wife's pants. Your wife literally F around and found out. And the husband in your previous post played you like a fiddle. But it also helped him in many ways, like allowing you to discover how you feel about your wife. Divorce your wife and go be happy with your new girlfriend. Hope it works. And don't open it up.